pounds. He can get up to about 1,000 pounds when he reaches full maturity around 7 or 8 years old. So he is going to more than triple in size, most likely. And as the only male here, it's likely that he'll get pretty big because he doesn't have anybody to compete with for fish. And he gets a constant diet every day. He actually eats 24 pounds of fish every single day. So tons and tons of fish, and it's all restaurant quality fish, which means that we have to sort through about 100 pounds of frozen fish. Hi, every single morning, and we want to make sure those fish are perfect. This guy eats better than I do. If they're missing an eyeball, doesn't go to him. Missing a fin, doesn't go to him. We want everything intact so he gets the full amount of nutrients from this fish. So they actually also get the water that they drink from their fish. That's how they get their hydration. They don't drink the salt water because they have lungs to breathe air just like we do. Oh, you're so adorable. Crockett loves to play hide and seek.
He's just gonna cheat that.
I think he wins.
Come on, that's cheating.
So, a lot of the behaviors we train here are husbandry behaviors, which means they're behaviors that help us take care of our sea lions. But we also do some fun things. Kate, do you want to tell them about what we're about to do next?
Yeah. So, like she was saying, we do some of those husbandry behaviors that help us kind of take care of them medically. They can participate willingly in their own medical care. So we like to make sure they're really comfortable with those things. But like she was saying as well, we do like to have a lot of fun with these guys. So you guys have dogs at home? Do they like to play fetch? Yeah. So we taught Crockett something here. We just simply like to call toy retrieval, which is very similar to that of fetch. We just simply call it that because, you know, one day it may not be a toy. We may be asking to retrieve something that a guest dropped in the pool, or sometimes I've been known to leave my scrub brushes down at the bottom after we clean, so that way I don't have to get back in the pool. Maybe one day he'll be able to retrieve it for us. This orange frisbee she has up there with Crockett is his favorite toy. I don't know why in particular that one is his favorite, and we have the same exact frisbee in yellow, and he doesn't mind it, or he doesn't like that one so much. He won't go get it all the time. Thanks! That was a good one. He also knows how to play with a football, and he's actually gotten pretty good at tossing that back to us. So we're thinking about calling up the Cardinals next season and telling them we have a nice big football player for them, because he's been pretty accurate with it, and I think, you know, they could use some help out there sometimes. So we got, yeah, they could use a QB, right? So we got Crockett here. We're training him for that role. You guys think for next season? Yeah? All right, we're going to do that. We're also working on a nice beach ball and a basketball behavior with him. So maybe one day he can either shoot it through a hoop or maybe bounce a ball on his nose. Maybe join the Suns. Yeah, exactly. Since he's going to be so big when he's full grown, you know, he could be a professional athlete.
I agree, yeah. He's pretty graceful.
He likes the attention, too, so he'd love being in front of a crowd out there, yeah.
For sure. So a couple things you'll notice as Crockett swims around in this big old pool. You see those giant front flippers. The sea lions are going to use those front flippers to propel themselves through the water. They're going to flap them up and down just like a bird would. And those cute little bottom flippers actually aid in steering. So sea lions can actually launch themselves up out of the water, which you'll see sometimes here when they get really excited. And they use that behavior in the wild to jump up on those reef or rock formations.
Kind of like he's demonstrated up here on the
shop. Where they sit out in the sun and just bask all day. Now Crockett spends most of his time in the water here, and we have the pool in the back as well. It's connected, so he can have a variety of things to do. He can run around with his ladies and chase them around, which he loves to do, and bark at them and be like, hey, play with me, love me, just like he does with the crowd. Center of attention at all times, people. He loves it. A couple of things we do to positively reinforce our sea lions other than food. We use ice toys, which are really good for mental stimulation for our sea lions because they get to work at it. We'll freeze fish in the middle and we'll color them with food coloring, and they get to work at it to try and figure out how to get the fish out of there. Crockett is famous for shaking them really vigorously with his head and throwing ice into the crowd, so that's fun. You get to duck and cover and get fish juice on you. Paris, one of our younger sea lions, or older sea lions, excuse me, likes to play with rubber dog toys. And then Andy, who is our oldest, really likes to play with a garden hose. If you spray that in the water, she will shake it all day long. Super cute. Now, the next behavior we're going to show you is called It's called a buoy behavior. So we're going to use this big red buoy over here.
If you can reach the bucket. So you might have seen me before when I brought Crockett down the stairs. I use that nice, lovely target pole, which Stephanie also has in her hand. So we use that pretty much to train all of our behaviors here. It's a nice directionality tool, a nice distance tool. So they're just taught to target their nose on that, and then we can translate that into other behaviors, maybe like leaning to a side so they can lift above flipper, or coming down the stairs, for example, is one thing we just kind of target down one step at a time. Similar to that, we also use this buoy. So right now we're still in the early stages, and with this guy being still young enough and still small enough, we're really working on his manners. So we've taught him to target on this buoy nice and gentle. So we don't want him to be pushy with us, because there's one day that I'm not going to be able to push back against 300 pounds, or 1,000 pounds when he's 1,000 pounds. So right now we're working on that nice gentle target with his nose. So if you guys see him do that, go ahead and give him a big round of applause. Yeah! One more? Yeah. So when we first taught him this behavior, I mean, like most behaviors with him, he likes to come in real hot. He's trying to just like push up against the ball, and you're kind of like, whoa, bud, slow down there. So what he's been doing a lot lately since we've been working on it is he'll come in, and he might come in real fast, and he'll kind of stop, and then just barely touch it. And it's so cute, and we just love to feed him all the fish for it then.
All right. Oh,
Okay, so like I was talking about with those target pull and that buoy there, we work what are called small approximations here, and that are little steps to work up to the ultimate goal behavior, because we can't just ask him to come down the stairs and expect him to know what to do, or we can't, some of the other behaviors we do with them, like the x-ray behavior that we teach them, we can't just expect them to know what to do, so we work in these small approximations. So, you show them maybe a step that we've taken with our target pole?
yeah, sure. So you saw me Kate using that target pole earlier to bring him up on these stairs. Now, this can translate into other things, because we just ask them to target their nose onto it. So if I have this big, long target pole, what do you guys think I can do with it? I can make him jump for it. I can also hit unruly crowd members over the head. Just kidding. No, I'm not going to do that. So,
we're nice to our crowd members here at Shipwreck Cove.
All positive reinforcement, don't worry. All right, so we're going to hold this out over the pool. We're going to hope that Crockett touches his nose to it. Oh, you're getting me back.
Payback.
Yep. See, thank you. So if you see him touch his nose to this, you go crazy for him. Crockett! Now he touched the target pole and he got me wet, so he gets triple points for that.
Yes.
So, yay, Crockett! So, before we let you guys go today, do you guys have any questions about our sea lions? Let me make a funny face as I look into the sun. Oh, I have one right here. What else do they eat? So, our sea lions eat 4 different types of fish. We have herring, which are those big fish that you've seen us toss. We have squid, which have the nasty little tentacles on them and tend to get stuck in hair and sometimes on his nose. Super cute. Looks like he has snot coming out of his nose. We also have capelin, which are the smaller fish we have been throwing them at the feeding. If you come to our feeding after the show, nice little plug there, right? We have little fish that are called smelt that we feed them. So they get a nice variety of fish, and again, all those have some water content to help hydrate him. I have a question clear up there. How old do they get? So sea lions in the wild get to about 15 years. They've been noted up to about 20. In human care, they actually can get up to 30 years or over. That's just because they don't have any competition here. They're always going to get fed the right amount of food. They don't have to worry about skipping a meal. They have veterinary care, and they have us that are looking at them every single day and that know us right away if something's up. Yes. Do they bite? Any animal with a mouth has the potential to bite, and he is a wild animal, so that's always something we have to look out for. But luckily, Crockett's a gentle giant, so no trainer has ever been bitten by him, and we intend to keep it that way by using positive reinforcement and really building up those relationships and only asking him for behaviors that we know he's comfortable with. Where are the females? Great question. So if you go into our aquarium building, you can actually see them through the glass. And after the show, we're going to take Crockett into his lady friends because he loves that. Oh, just kidding. Not tonight. He'll go in tomorrow morning with his lady friends. We mix them all in together, give them all some alone time. Each one of them. Just whatever. Any other questions? Pertaining to his lady friends, sometimes people ask us, how old does he have to be to have babies? So Crockett, being the only male here at Shipwreck Cove, could have... Oh, hi! He's like, you're talking about me. So Crockett could reach sexual maturity at any time because he's the only male. There's no competition, but generally sea lions don't reach the age of 12, about 5 or 6, so he could still have a little ways to grow. But we have seen signs of maybe being there, so fingers crossed for pups. Oh, we love you. Okay, bye.
He's like, that's not fish.
What was that? Yes, he is a boy. Where is the feeding? Excellent question. So our feeding is going to be right after the show. You'll go up these stairs and to the right, and you'll meet us at the bottom of this deck with the sails on it. You can purchase a tray of fish for $5 and throw them down to Crockett. Now, we thank all of you guys for coming out today. We hope you have a wonderful day. If you have any further questions, you're welcome to come up and talk to us. But please don't approach the big glass panels on your way out. Thank you guys so much, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. You're welcome.
Wait. Do you want to go feed those sea lions?
Yeah, we can.
Hey, we gotta go.
Obviously, no. And look at those are cannon things in there. There's like those things where you shoot cannons in.
Like this?
No, not them out there. There's like,
I know the balls.
yeah, the balls.
Dean's talking to
The lady?
Is this her?
This is it.
You see 12, 0, 0, and 4, 0, 5.
What if we just share a bucket of fish?
Yeah.
Tray.
I'm gonna go see the girl. I'm gonna go. Okay.
There's Grandpa.
I'm gonna go ask him a question. I need to go ask him.
I had to find out the difference between a seal, a sea lion, walrus.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's just slight differences, but they are three different.
Oh, different than a
Forms.
seal? Here, hold this.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, is this where we
Kind
wait for the
Yeah, how much is it?
$5 for a tray?
I think it's down below.